what is that investors have to look into in 2025?
The Gen Z, Gen X, I don't understand this, the year background.
Okay.
But so many of them, including my children, I believe that they waste so much time.
How a developer will get benefited out?
Correct. So a developer doesn't think when he's buying that land, oh, the sale to ho jayega. It is assumed.
Hi Srini, good to have you on Retalk podcast. Very happy that you were able to take some time out and meet us on a discussion. Today we want some different perspective to understand about your 3M formula. I'm very much excited about the 3M formula, money, material and management in real estate. Correct. Can you give little heads up on it?
So I think in real estate, what do you need? All you need is resources, right? What does a real estate developer do? He identifies land.
Yes.
He is supreme in that, the promoter. Gets approvals because he has to deal with many agencies to get that. After that, what he needs people to take care of the project. So he needs money for either buying land or for implementing or for approvals.
Yes.
He needs materials to construct.
Yes.
None of this he is producing, right? And then he needs a good team to execute.
Yes.
This is all he needs. He can make a mistake in buying land or not buying land. Okay, he can make a mistake in the financial structuring of buying land. Kitna equity dala, kitna debt dala, right? Uske baad uska kaam, and he loses interest also after that. He's loved the land, he has got all the approvals, then he has to launch, he has to get all the approvals, he has to construct and sell. That becomes routine for him.
Yes.
So we thought that if there is a single point agency which provides all of this to him, then a developer has a friend in someone. Otherwise, trust me, a developer or a promoter is very, very lonely at the top.
Yes.
He's very lonely at the top.
Yes.
When things are good, everyone is his friend. When things are bad, nobody is his friend. So we want to be an eternal friend, and that's why the money material management started.
Little bit for our audience to know more about Srini.
Yeah.
Lot of people, I'm sure, who can get into your LinkedIn profile will get all the details, but something different what people are not aware about Srini.
So about Srini is a middle class guy, brought up with good values and virtues. That is what is the investment that my parents have done in me. Otherwise, Srini is a pretty boring guy. Very jovial when it comes to meeting people, but doesn't like doing it. He likes to be alone and love to work. Sports is a passion.
Great.
Apart from that, it is work, and I love to work, and I expect people also to keep working. Because I believe the Gen Z, Gen X, I don't understand this, the year background. But so many of them, including my children, I believe that they waste so much time. Right? So much of time can go into so many productive things, because for me, work means learning. Every day, every moment you learn. I learn from my peon, I learn from my chairman, I learn from my father, I learn from my maid, I learn from everybody.
Great.
So I think that's what Srini is.
Let's speak about your journey in real estate. I think you have had a fantastic exposure career in real estate. What do you feel about the industry today in real estate?
So I think it's a great industry. It's a very addictive industry. It's not only for people who are in the industry, even outside. I mean, most of the individuals, it's an investment vehicle for many of them. And a one which can be felt. An FD cannot be felt. Shares cannot be felt. Mutual funds cannot be felt. Gold can be felt. And real estate can be felt. So it's a darling for most of us. And the real estate is evolving. The real estate, when I came into real estate in 2008, was very different from what it is in 2025. Lot of regulations, which is very, very good, which have come in place. The differentiator is done between the men and the boys. So there are men who are currently working in the real estate. Very, very important, credible guys most of them wanting to list themselves. That means corporate governance is something which they have actually imbibed in them, even the thought process of listing. Right. So I think it's a very, very evolving industry. A lot of things still have to come because once the regulations come, the ease of operation also has to be commensurate. So something needs to be worked on that side. But it's an industry which it's the oldest industry. I mean, human beings were living in caves.
Yes.
Caves were homes.
Yes.
So right from there, this industry has survived. It will always survive. Most resilient industry. There will be ups, downs, but real estate will survive.
Great. Let's get into the 3M formula one by one. Money playing a very important role. Finances, money, everything playing. Okay, let's speak about investment shift. How the real estate industry has evolved and what is that investors have to look into in 2025.
Okay. So let us break the investment into two categories.
Okay.
One is an informal category.
Okay.
And the other one is the formal category.
Okay.
Informal categories are the Shantilals, Bogilals, right? Unsecured loans to real estate.
Yes.
This is the backbone of this industry.
Yes.
Okay. It happened in 1972 also. It happens in 2025 also. It is pure trust. आंख से आंख देखा, मुझे मालूम है आप पैसा वापस दोगे, and that is the only reason why I'm supporting you.
Yes.
Every long-term real estate company has such fan following.
Yes.
Right? We will keep that aside for the time being. Now let us look at the structured ones.
Yes.
Right? The structured ones started with banks initially. Right? Then banks very soon realized कि land का funding हम नहीं करेंगे. Then banks said हम land का नहीं, TDR, FSI, that funding also we will not do. The third came, we will not even fund approvals. Right? On the other hand, the real estate guy used to put zero equity and said 100% debt पे खेलता हूँ. Correct? So the equity was the Shantilal, Bogilal's unsecured loans. But as far as he is concerned, it is still leveraged.
Yes.
He has to return that money back.
Yes.
So the evolution has been from there. Banks were lending. Then NBFCs came, right? NBFCs were lending for land, approvals, and now NBFCs also have a lot of restrictions. Most of the regulations of NBFC are like banks as of today. So they cannot fund land, they cannot fund approvals,
Yes.
they cannot fund etc. etc. So there is a new category called AIFs.
Yes.
Alternative investment funds. And then there are trusts, and there are these what do you call piecemeal?
Yes.
What we were discussing right now. What is it called? Fractional funding. Okay. Fractional funding. Now there is REIT also. Smaller REITs, 50 crore.
SM REITs.
SM REITs. Right. So that is the evolution. Today, a developer can get money for construction finance from banks, from NBFCs, which is a very healthy sign.
Correct.
Okay. He is supposed to bring in his equity. But most of the promoters in India, whether real estate or not, none of them have real equity. Most of that is actually invested into the business.
Correct.
So to get that gap, today AIFs are playing a significant role to fund some portion of the land. So here again, they have a good scenario saying that आप 20-30% लेके आओ. The skin in the game is important. 70% we will get.
Correct.
So the developer has to get that money from somewhere, and then AIFs put money, or if these are commercial assets, then you have all these giants like the Blackstones, the BlackRocks, all of these guys who are happy to support you.
Yes.
So a lot of institutional money is what a developer will be getting moving forward. Apart from that, if you look at all the major players, most of them want to go the IPO way.
Yes.
Right? So that reduces your cost of borrowing by at least 400 to 500 basis points. And that is the margin that he makes every year. 500 basis points per year is 25 basis points in 5 years. And if it is 100% leveraged, so that is the margin that a developer actually makes. So there is a clear shift from the completely unorganized sector to a much, much more institutional money is coming in. The more institutional money comes in, the better it is for the industry. There will be transparency, there will be financial discipline, so on and so forth. So the shift has been great. The shift has been for good. and we continue to deliver. The Indian real estate continues to deliver. More and more FDIs and FIs will come into India.
Okay.
Because the kind of returns that India can make, nobody else can. The biggest killer in a real estate line item of expenses is interest.
Correct.
If that reduces or goes away by equity, projects will get completed in time. Because otherwise, most of the time, the landowner or the promoter is only bothered about monthly interest servicing. उसमें ध्यान चला जाता है rather than how do I launch, how do I increase price, how do I maximize, how do I optimize. So there is a clear shift, and the shift is for good.
Great. Let me get more in detail in terms of funding and liquidity challenges.
Yeah.
As you highlighted all this, but if you can be more specific, how do financing challenges impact developers?
So right from the beginning, let us take the complete life cycle, right? There are times when, say, the land is, say, 30 crores, right? The promoter has brought in 15. Okay. He needs 15 to tie up the land. So this is the first stage where he needs money.
Very big challenge.
Biggest challenge. Then comes, he has put 30 crores. 15 crore khud ka, 15 crore from somewhere he brings. Then from here to RERA, he needs to get approvals. Okay. Or if it's not a converted land, he has to get conversion and he has to get approvals.
Yes.
And he has to get RERA.
Yes.
This again is the next challenge because land to aa gayi, register ho gayi, stamp duty bhar diya.
Financial institute don't support that.
No. So now comes this stage where he may have to go to an AIF or he has to still go to the Shantilals and Bogilals to get this money.
At higher rate of interest.
Huge rate. It goes between 18 to 24%. Because it's unsecured, right? Unsecure. मैं तो आपको देख के दे रहा हूँ. There is no security. There may be security, but enforcing security and all is not something which they believe in.
Yes.
Okay. यहाँ तक आ गया. Now he wants to launch. लॉन्च करने के लिए उसको सबसे पहला मुद्दल डालना पड़ता है ऑन मार्केटिंग राइट सो लाइक मूवीज राइट मूवीज में one of the largest line item is the launch of the movie. Similarly, there is a launch of this project. वहाँ पे depending upon the size, करोड़ से 5 करोड़ रुपया चला जाता है. आपका 1% of the total sales. Suppose 100 करोड़ का आपका माल बेचना है, 1% तो इसी में निकल जाता है. आपको होर्डिंग लगानी है, रेडियोस करना है.
And they are not cheap. They are all expensive. These days the mediums are quite expensive.
All mediums are expensive. Yes. Whether you are selling a 4,000 rupee product or a 40,000 rupee product, the cost is the same. So if you are on the lower end, the percentage is higher of what you are expecting. Either हो गया, then comes construction consistently चलना चाहिए. So a developer doesn't think when he's buying that land, oh बोलते sale तो हो जाएगा. It is assumed. But at that point in time, if the sales don't happen at the pace, because by this time, what all you need to take care, you need to take care of interest. If there is a delay in getting approvals, आपको इसका principal भी कोई due हो जाएगा. Correct. Right? Number 3, marketing में आपको करना है.
Constantly you will have to be putting money into it.
Marketing में आपको खर्चा करते रहना है because वो बोलेगा सर मेरा CP पेमेंट हुआ नहीं है इसके लिए मेरा सेल नहीं हो रहा है. सर मेरी विजिबिलिटी नहीं है इसके लिए सेल नहीं हो रहा है. 4th, construction. Without construction, customers will not come. Right? So उस टाइम पे भी he needs money or he needs visibility of money that कुछ भी हो जाए मेरा कंस्ट्रक्शन चलते रहना चाहिए.
Yes.
वो
Whether I sell or I don't sell, my construction should not stop.
So he needs money there. ये भी हो गया. Then sales में से he has to collect money. This is the only industry where collecting money is also a loan. Why? Because the customer is taking a loan.
Correct.
So you need to have a strong team to negotiate with the banks to get the customer
a better
deal for him. Right? So ये पूरी इंडस्ट्री पैसा हमेशा चाहिए होता है.
From the beginning till
I have taken you through the entire life cycle of where he needs money. He always needs money.
I think this was very clear in terms of anyone understanding. I'm sure all the developers understand this. As a company, you understand. This was for the layman to understand कि भाई इसके पीछे ये होता है. आप बोलते हो यार project delay हो गया. Various other things happened. But these are the stages. You know what they will also have to realize कि there's a lot of hard work which goes behind.
But to be fair, what are they getting for the money? Air.
Yes.
Until they get possession.
Yeah.
A customer is only trusting the developer.
Yes, 100%.
So they have all the right to complain. Boss, क्योंकि if you don't give me that money, I'm using your money to construct. Let us
Correct.
understand
Correct.
that. So very, very important in this industry to protect the customers, and RERA is key in this.
It will play a very important role. Let's speak about the second 3M formula now, about material.
Yeah.
How important is material in construction?
Okay, material, obviously without material आप building कैसे बांधोगे? So the
Correct.
importance is already there.
Yes.
What is more important is good quality and timely material.
Material.
Okay.
Yes.
Now material को timely करने के लिए you need money.
Yes.
The flow of material रहेगा. See, for example, if 100 rupees is the cost of construction, 60 to 65 rupees is material.
Yes.
35 rupees is labor.
Yes.
Okay. What typically a developer does, labor को तो पे करना पड़ता है, नहीं तो वो demobilize कर देगा.
Yes.
मटेरियल वाले को पे नहीं करते हैं. 30 days, 60 days, 90 days, 120 days, 180 days, right? So you need a clear supply, कि supply chain आपका एकदम strong होना चाहिए कि मेरा 30 दिन ऊपर नीचे हो जावे, but my material should reach site so that my construction is going on. Because in real estate, every slab or every milestone I collect money.
Yes.
So many times you may have to invest 2 rupees, but you will get 15 rupees back because that milestone is hitting there. So material is very important. Good quality to chahiye hi chahiye, timely material, and a good partner vendor. That is where Aris comes into the picture.
Very nice. I mean, I just wanted to ask on this. ArisInfra, you're leading that. ArisInfra is transforming into construction. Now they have been backed with technology also.
Yes.
Can you give us more details on this? How important technology is playing?
So the technology is primarily to understand your purchasing behavior.
Okay.
So what we typically do is when we underwrite a project in the sense where we believe that कि boss ये project को पैसा देना चाहिए. We take the entire bill of material and everything and your construction schedule from the developer.
Okay.
And then we so my tech preempts कि अभी तक तो इतना metric ton जाना चाहिए था, maybe 90% accurate, but still it preempts. Then I know ये project time पे नहीं चल रहा है. Right? When so much of steel has not gone, so much of RMC has not gone, so much of blocks has not gone, then a project is not getting implemented as per time. That is where we go back to the developer and say, boss, what's happening? That is where management comes into the picture, right? So it's all very interwoven. Money may be arranged by him or through me. Money may material I am supplying. Now, why after all this your project is not going as per schedule? Maybe the sales is slow.
Correct.
Maybe you need some more funding because you're stuck with something. That is where the management comes in. We completely analyze this project and go back and give a solution to the developer saying that, you know what, you need 20 crores. I will put this 20 crores. Either I will buy stock cheaper from you, or I will give you a loan. However, I will exit first. Everyone else has to wait. Because of me, you are going to complete the project.
Yes.
So that is where money, material and management becomes an integral part. So it's not the 3M. It is a single M.
Single M.
It is a single M without which a project cannot get completed on time.
Great. Before moving to management, I have one more question. AI is playing a very important role. Do you see in real estate it will create an impact, and what specific segment it might create an impact?
Which one?
AI.
Artificial intelligence. So even our tech, right? The tech actually through machine learning is understanding your buying behavior as well. इस बार आपने X vendor से खरीदा, the next time you have bought from Y vendor. It is very important for the developer sitting at the top. He is not handling purchases, right? ये हमेशा एक ही बंदे को क्यों खरीद रहे? Is he the only one? At what price did I buy last year? At what price did I buy?
Can I get a better deal from outside?
Can I get a better deal? Is my team working enough to get me? Because 60% of the construction cost is material. And
which is a major chunk.
It may not matter in Mumbai because there the prices are skyrocketing. But in markets like Bangalore, Chennai and the second tier cities, 1% saving is significant for the...
for a large project.
For the developer. The second thing is, the procurement department manages everything through Excel sheets even today, or maybe they have a SAP. But the entire life cycle of कहाँ से material कब चढ़ा, कब उतरेगा, and क्या rate में खरीदा है एक साल पहले, आज क्या rate है, and also all the paperwork. is all digitized in our tech. So if there are 10 people required to do this procurement process, because of the tech, we are able to do it with 2 or 3 people. So that efficiency, I'm ultimately transferring it to the client. So artificial intelligence plays a significant role, not only on construction side. Now come on the marketing side, right? Marketing side, I think there are too many players in the market today using artificial intelligence. Right from identifying who your customer is, say, leke CRM thing.
Correct.
It will only evolve.
Yes.
Things are here to stay and for the betterment of the industry.
Great. So let's move on to management side now, the third M, Development management as per, Aris Uniturn is a game changer.
Yeah.
So you guys at Aris Uniturn have mastered the art of doing this management, development management. Can you give us more insight about how a developer will get benefited out of it?
Correct. So one is, I don't think we have mastered the art.
Okay.
Right? Nobody can master real estate.
Every day is a new
challenge to the developer, and if there is a challenge to the developer, it just flows on to us. How does development management help? Let us look at 3 segments.
Okay.
One is the developer, the other one is the landowner, and the third is the institution. Okay. First, let us go to the developer. The developer is great, as I told you, in identifying land, getting approvals. After that, he relies on his team. And he also believes that this is so easy because the first 2 are so tough that the third becomes automatically easier. So uska dhyan bhi kam rehta hai. Like weekly meetings, what is happening, what is the problem that one department is facing, because real estate is like this. Me not delivering will impact 10 other departments. So it requires, it requires a very minute detailing that is required, right? Which he lacks. The developer generally lacks. He may have the best employees, but then again there is tunnel vision for each of the employees. Each employee is working in his silo as a department. So we ensure that that bridge is what we do.
Okay.
So a developer has at least 700 to 800 touch points from the time he buys land till he delivers. Land liya, approvals liya, launch kiya, there are at least 10,000 brokers.
Yes.
Right? How are you going to manage these 10,000 brokers? Then comes site visit ko monitoring. Then comes sales ko monitoring. Then comes you have to ensure that there is no corruption involved.
Correct.
Because this is the easiest way in which corruption can, whether brokerage is actually going to brokerage or to some employee. Right? Then, so all of this, suppose I go and tell the developer, boss, you concentrate on land and approval. Everything else, I am your single point contract. I will get the contractor. I will, of course, I will keep you posted. I will get the contractor. I will procure the material. I will ensure that the project is implemented as per what you want. I will sell. I will collect. I will form the association on your behalf.
Great.
So he gets a single point contact in Uniturn.
Yes.
Let's go to a landowner. Landowner has only himself.
There's no one else.
There is nobody else. So as soon as he buys land, in today what is happening? Either he sells it or he does a JDA. If he does a JDA, he's dependent on the developer to develop it. Today we give an opportunity to him saying that you create your own brand. We will be your employees to ensure that this entire cycle is done.
So he gets a boost. Okay, I have someone behind.
And not only that, he maximizes his money because there is nobody else who is in between.
Correct.
Other than my fees.
Correct.
And mine is a fee, which otherwise he would have paid as employees services and maybe a 2% more margin that I get. Let's go to the institution. Institution ने पैसा दे दिया है. Project slow चल रही है या नहीं चल रही है. He has no clue कि boss पैसा project में जा रहा है नहीं जा रहा है.
Have they deviated elsewhere?
Of course there are checks and balances, but 100% foolproof नहीं होता है. That is where we say, boss, you don't worry, we will take care of this project on your behalf. And then, so we have done that with large funds. 3 projects in Bangalore, then 1 project in Chennai. Right? We most of the projects are at a OC level right now.
Great.
And they have got their money back. They would have anticipated getting 100 and they would have got 90. Okay, that inefficiency hoga. That will be there whether you're working with me or not. But they were at 0. From 0 they have traveled 90. So this is how the development management really helps them.
So, just to take this conversation forward, one success story, a quick success story.
Success story I can give you Chennai wala. There's
Okay.
INA 95 करके project है. Hyderabad based developer. Money was given by one of the largest funds based out of Bahrain,
Okay.
and the company went bust.
Okay.
So it was at a land stage.
Okay.
So I knew the chairman of that, the Indian head of that fund. He approached me saying, Srini, kya karu?
Huh.
So I said, boss, you try me out. I was new. I mean, Uniturn's first project was
Okay.
that, right? Today, we have applied for OC.
Wow.
200 apartments, small project, 2.5 acres, two basements and 5 stories. What we did was right from taking generally we don't work for approvals and all, but since this was the first project, I didn't have a choice to negotiate. Took over the land, we arranged money so that he gets paid, took over the land, got approvals, put our construction team, sales team done. Today out of 200 we have 20 units to be sold.
Wow.
And out of their money that they wanted to get back, 80-85% of the money is already gone back. So OC we should get it in 2 months time, and then
Great.
yeah,
It's a superb
INA
success story.
95 in Chennai.
Great.
Yeah.
Now, I mean, as we conclude, 2 more questions to be
Sure,
asked.
sure.
One, developer's playbook. Based on your leadership experience, what are the 3 most critical management aspects for a developer as a rule book he'll have to keep?
One is financial discipline. If you are financial discipline, 9 on 10 times you will succeed. Number 2 is the product that you make is for selling. I don't think we should fall in love with that product, and of course it is my baby. I will always value it more. हमारे में कहावत है तमिल में, काके के तन कुंजु पन कुंजु, means कौवे के लिए अपना बच्चा is also like a peacock.
Correct.
Right? So that is the second one. You have to keep selling. Financial discipline, keep selling. Number 3 is make good products, customer-centric products, because the customer preference changes. Very, very important to keep don't make something which you love. Make something that the customers love.
Okay. One last question. Future of real estate. If you had to bet on one major change that will redefine real estate in next 5 years.
I don't think there is any change. See, change is something now which is, in my opinion, an afterthought. Ki, bhapre, we have seen this kind of phones today, to the Apples and the folding phones, right? That time, could we have even imagined this kind of transformation?
Not at all.
So I don't want to predict anything.
Okay.
I think the future of real estate is always bright.
Great.
If you are a person wanting to buy real estate as an investment, today is the right time.
Great.
Today means any day is the right time, right? So long as you're a long-term player. If you're buying it for your house, now is the right time.
Right time.
Kabhi bhi right time hai, because you're not going to sell that.
Yes.
Right? So real estate is the best asset class, in my opinion. You can feel real estate, you can touch real estate. That's all. Real estate is the best thing.
Great. Srini, it was very nice interacting with you.
Thank you.
I
Same
think
here.
our audience would love to get a new perspective on 3M formula.
It's single M in my
It's single M. Okay, let me come
You
back
need to
and
correct yourself. This M is actually not M but R, which is resources.
okay. That's
Money
nice.
material management
Is a resource.
Is a single M.
Great. So I'm sure the audience would love to get this perspective, and they would love whatever we have discussed on. Looking
sure.
forward to spending more time with you in understanding various other aspects of real estate.
No, we should work together somewhere, right?
Thank you very
Thank
much.
you very much. So thank you all of you. Nice interacting.
Thanks, Srini.